Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Hope you are all having a fantastic day. Now I am back with another Cardano video, and today we are going to talk about Adaswap. Now this one here is a little bit late to the Cardano Dex game, but they have come in with a bang, announcing some partnerships, putting out a sleek looking website and doing a private sale as well. So let's get straight into it. As always guys, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. Just simply putting in my 2 cents on some Cardano projects. As we all know, I love Cardano. Now, Adaswap, the ultimate Cardano powered exchange, the next gen DEX based on Cardano. Swap, bridge and trade between Cardano based tokens and stablecoins within seconds. Now they've actually got a demo that you can try, which I love because I think that people really like getting into things that they can, give it an initial whirl. Very sleek looking, reminds me a little bit of ADEX, which of course I like as well. It takes, a little bit of a step back from the colorful theme like Pancake Swap and Sunday Swap and all those sorts of ones. But definitely check out their demo, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video anyway. But let's look right into it. Let's introduce you to Adaswap. They're striving to be the first DEX based on Cardano. Their main goal is to develop tools for creators and users, as well as bridging high-yield staking pools and NFT content through their launch pads and marketplaces. So already a couple of things that differentiates these guys from a couple of the other DEXs is NFT and Launchpad. So they're not just going to be a DEX. Now NFTs are absolutely huge at the moment. I see Cardano NFTs getting bigger and bigger, CNFT, and it's not fully there yet. And I think that once we get a better marketplace for Cardano NFTs and more people come over from Ethereum or Sol, we are going to see more of that shift. So I'm excited to see that this DEX is taking NFTs seriously and is going to be, doing something about it. Now, Q3, they did the ASW token release to pre-seed investors and release to exchanges. As far as I'm aware, this is not currently available on exchanges, so that may be a target they haven't hit yet. Now, we're in Q4, Adaswap Alpha platform release and staking. Going into 2022, Adaswap full AMM interface and Cardano-based NFT marketplace. Cannot wait for that. And in 2023, the Cardano-based token bridges with Ethereum, Casper, BSC-based tokens. So obviously some pretty ambitious plans from these guys, but I really like to see it. Now we move on to trade at the real exchange rate. Get access to Cardano's top exchange platform right when it launches. Cheap fees, staking rewards, exclusive airdrops, secured transactions, instant swaps and liquidity, DAO governance using ASW token. Now let's look at the team and see these guys. So Lennon Qualman, and I'm very sorry if I'm saying this wrong, CEO and co-founder, Itai Levy and Aaron Tate, I guess the main core team here. Now, Lennon is based in Tel Aviv in Israel and obviously currently co-founder. He also co-founded Moonstock Investments around the same time as Adaswap. He has owned Greenboard Israel before, which he's claiming went really, really well. At peak, had 100 to 200,000 views on website greenboard.co.il from Israel, 5 employees and 10 plus cooperating companies to have worked with him. So he's a co-founder of a different company as well. So obviously quite the entrepreneur. Nothing major in the tech or crypto space as I can see, but that doesn't really necessarily mean anything. Now, Itai Levy, not much to see here. He's a co-founder of Adaswap and Moonstock Investments, same as Lennon. I assume these guys know each other. They're both based in Tel Aviv. And then Aaron Tate. This one was pretty interesting for me. Also in Tel Aviv, but he worked as a customer service specialist at eToro. So, potentially some interesting, transferable skills there for him. So, look, is the team the most impressive team I've ever seen? No. There's definitely some much more impressive teams out there. Obviously, I've talked a lot about the ADEX team, Cardax team. All those guys are really impressive in terms of the crypto space. The Wi-Fi team I really love. Stephen Ward's got that hedge fund sort of experience. So in terms of massive experience, nothing. But these guys seem pretty young and, you don't have to necessarily be experienced. They've got a bunch of other guys who have been in the blockchain and crypto space advising them. So, I guess they're in good hands. Now they've got a Telegram channel, a Twitter, all the sort of usual socials. And one of the things I wanted to obviously get into is their white paper, or their light paper as they are calling it. It's 21 pages long, pretty well straightforward. Definitely, look into it. Read the white paper for any project that you are planning on investing in. Look deeply into the team before giving them your hard-earned money. Now their mission is in what is clearly looking like an Ethereum killer market opportunity. They are committed to establishing a thriving Cardano ecosystem that includes a trustless decentralized exchange coupled with an ultra-fast gasless automated market maker. By building a thriving Cardano ecosystem, their mission is to onboard the next wave of crypto users into the DeFi world for a plateau of use cases. Such as staking, farming, swapping, a launchpad for new token and projects, NFT marketplace, and much more. Like I said, guys, this is something that makes them unique compared to other dexes, the launchpad and the NFT marketplace. So I'll be keeping a really keen eye on this one. They've got an introduction, a little bit about their token. So the ADA was successfully launched to the public through 2 rounds of private seed sales. The design embeds in the token and algorithmically right to access revenues and utilities produced by the platform. Then you've got the platform. Is the software solution that the company will launch. This platform will be used to unlock the full potential of Adaswap token. The platform will serve as an access point to the world of DeFi, the Cardano ecosystem, and the resulting Adaswap ecosystem. Goes on to talk about the coin and its utility. So I'm less interested in the coin and more interested in the platform, but you can see here the utility that they have. You obviously get token and NFT airdrops to long-term stakers, so there is benefits of having this token. They go into talking about the user experience, the creator hub of Cardano. Now, obviously, you've got the DEX, which is, primarily what we're interested in, but then they're going to have a launch pad. They'll prevent rug pulls and protect the community through secure listings such as below. They'll be rolling out an NFT offering in 2 stages: the creation and launch of their own Adaswap NFT collection, which will be traded on the Adaswap app, and an open NFT marketplace for the launch and trading of NFTs on Cardano's network. Now, obviously, we've got CNFT currently ruling the market. Bondly's coming soon. Nifty Marketplace Nifty Gateway is not too bad. And then there's another one, I think it's called XNFT, that's coming soon. So the Cardano NFT space is looking quite interesting. And then they've got a thing called Stake and Forget. This will be their secondary revolutionary offering that will create wealth for Adaswap users. S and F will be fixed long-term liquidity pools that users will be able to use for staking. The rewards will be the regular ROI, but you will also receive a bonus through the Adaswap Launchpad, helping to create diverse and rich portfolios. Then you've got obviously the DEX, which there's more into there, the free finance model, which is quite interesting to read as well. And then their Launchpad, it goes more into the NFTs, it goes more into Stake and Forget, which is a really interesting concept that I find personally. The traction of the market, the exposure, all that sort of stuff. Now, Adaswap has been featured by top influencers that has exposed them to a very large audience, and you've got some of the big ones below. Obviously, BitBoy Crypto is one of the biggest ones, as well as a couple of other big names in the crypto space. The rest of the white paper talks about why they built on Cardano, security, talks a bit about the team, which we've already talked about, goes more in depth with the other guys, and then it compares themselves to other dexes, which we haven't actually seen before. Now, in terms of Cardano, they're comparing themselves to SundaySwap and ADEX. They're also comparing themselves to Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Coinbase, and Binance. So, a couple of interesting things. Obviously, they're ticking all the boxes for themselves. Some differences between them, and obviously SundaySwap and ADEX, stuff that is exclusive to Adaswap. There is some similarities, but overall, they're going to point out the things that they do best, which is exactly what they're supposed to do when they're trying to attract investors. I don't necessarily think this is maybe the best chart because, they're comparing things that are specific to them and saying that other people don't have them, but of course they're not going to have them because they're exclusive to you, but they have plenty of other things that, maybe Adaswap doesn't have. So that's obviously worth keeping in mind. It goes more into the tokenomics and all that sort of stuff. So definitely read this and go through it. Now, onto the ADEX demo. Looks very similar, like I said, to a lot of the other wallets that you see. You know, you've got here, this is obviously just an example, but if you had Ethereum, for the sake of it, we don't, 250, you can't change the amounts on here, but you can sort of get the point of what it's going to look like. It's going to be pretty basic. All right, you got your minimum price impact, like your liquidity fee provider, all that stuff. Okay, it's all here. You can see how it works. You can see how you connect your wallet, all that kind of stuff. So not a lot to play with here. You know, you got the liquidity pools, the rewards. I don't know if this is even available on the Dex, on the demo, but all this is very much, you know, worth looking into, checking it out. I think that it's pretty sleek overall. Now, in terms of social media, these guys have 4,000 followers on Twitter and about 8,000 followers on Telegram. So a pretty decent following on Telegram. Twitter, as I've said a million times, is quite hard to get a following on, but quite interesting. Now, these guys here, I would like to point out, they first posted in, I believe, June or July. There we go, July. Work in progress. And then they were sort of quiet for a while working on a prototype. You can see here they were getting decent amounts of likes, but nothing huge. Then they started their Telegram, which obviously got a decent following. Then they did a AMM. So you can see here, fairly quiet compared to some of the other ones. Did some community posts, talked about the pre-seed and all, you know, that sort of stuff. Talked about some of the influencers that they've obviously got on board, community. So nothing huge. They obviously did a really good campaign for their pre-sale rounds and their IDO. And then, you know, they started most popular projects on building on Cardano for August. They also featured on that, which is pretty interesting, like I said, considering their lowish amount of followers compared to some of the other projects. They were getting talked about on some of these other pages, which I think has drawn attention to them. And then they talked about some partnerships, which I thought were really interesting. They got featured on this website here, MarketWatch. And then, you know, they had an IDO. So join staking with the amount of at least 1,500 Polka Bridge for a chance to participate in their IDO. So I thought that was quite interesting, and that's launching in October. So if you want to participate in that, go check out their Twitter and go to that. They then got listed on Cardano Cube, which is just a platform where they list upcoming Cardano projects. And then they announced a partnership with one of my favorite crypto projects on Cardano. You have it, Wi-Fi. So they announced their partnership about 20 hours ago, which is actually how I heard about Adaswap. This one really wasn't on my radar. They haven't been super active on socials, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just think that it's important to keep an eye on these ones because it could really be a dark horse in the space. I recommend following them on Twitter, following them on Telegram to keeping active in the community. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. Cardano community. What do you think? Is this something that you're going to invest in once it launches? Did you participate in the pre-sale? I want to hear it all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, watch this space.